I have an idea for a new intro as well, which I will send to you and see what you think about it. It's not ready yet, but it'll be ready by Tuesday.
Yeah, I think if we include other things outside of Star Wars, people will really get a good idea up front. And if we can do show quotes, I think that'd be perfect if we can fit them in there.
Okay. I will toy the fuck around with it. Here we go, everybody. So this one will be just the normal one. Dangus Nation. Boop. Ah, fucko. He wins. You get a prize. Welcome.
Don't give everything to anybody. Is there music supposed to be going on right now?
Don't give him everybody. What did you say? Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, kids, let's go.
There has been an awakening.
I don't have anything to drink. I'm sad.
Have you felt it?
I heard that.
What have we here?
Is that Tiny from House of Corpses?
Hello.
Holy shit. It ain't C3 penis
Where am I?
face and R2 dickhead.
That's us.
Hello there.
Hi. Greetings.
Found someone you have, I would say.
Welcome. There we are.
May the force be with us. Fucking A.
Good day, Galaxy.
I've been waiting for this moment all week.
All my motherfucking life. Welcome to the show.
I think it would be only fitting if we kicked off this very special episode, which we'll tell you the reasoning behind later, with the weather report, Mopar.
Kick it off with a weather report.
That's the only thing people want to hear if you really think about it. That's the only comments I've been
90
seeing on social, really.
90% of the people that listen are like, I wonder what's going on weather-wise in Columbus, Ohio. I know where to go.
I'm curious what the weather was like in Central Ohio 3 days ago. Where would I find that information? Well, Bad Motivator. That's the new name of the podcast, everybody. We've been teasing it since like January or something.
Kind of.
Well, we haven't teased it. We said we were going to think about renaming the show, and now we actually thought about it.
7 years was enough of the squadron. It'll still live a little bit, but where the show's being fully renamed, we got May 4th right around the corner. That was our goal for the whole rebranding.
And anyone that's not on the live stream right now, today is May 4th. So happy May 4th.
Yep.
It's a special event.
Welcome
special
back.
day. I don't know if you remember this, Mopar, but
Here we go.
I was browsing through some of the old documents in the Google Drive for the show, and like 4 or 5 years ago, we actually talked about this exact thing.
Oh, really?
We sat down. I remember it because after I saw the document, I started remembering back. At your old place in New Albany, we sat down, we were chatting, we were like, we should rename the show. We've had this conversation like 20 different times in the past 7 years, but we finally actually did something about it. But we were thinking about renaming the show, and we actually picked Bad Motivator like 4 years ago.
Well,
So we've just been dragging our feet, really.
it's been written in the tabloids for years, and
Bad Motivator's the chosen one.
the chosen ones. That's what we should have just renamed the fucking show.
The chosen two. So we hope to bring you guys, Hello Kitty merch updates, weather reports from the Midwest, and reviews of Bill and Ted Face the Music. That's the goal.
Annual sales of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle weaponry.
That's the goal for the podcast moving forward. But it's going to be basically the same shit. We're going to veer away from Star Wars a little bit, and we thought, the less and less we talk about Star Wars, maybe we should change the name to something that is so niche that you wouldn't really know it's Star Wars unless you're a huge fan.
Don't be yelling at people that we're going to talk less about Star Wars. It's just everybody knows if you're a regular, we talk more than just about Star Wars. And we thought
Exactly.
We thought our old name kind of locked us into a certain box. And
Agreed.
for you regulars, there's no boxes that can hold us.
Ain't no boxes. A few rhombuses that might be upsized, though. Also, Disney went and fucking stole our name for a movie that's coming out in like 7 years, so we had to change it ahead of time.
Yeah, it's true. That's
So,
true.
It is what it is.
Giving up that clickbait. That's what we're doing. We're just giving it up. They would have been like. Also, as soon as that movie came out, there would have been like, "Why isn't your podcast about this movie?
Exactly.
You're named after it." You're like,
Here's what we should do. I'll keep the old feed and the old art, and let's just make it seem as if we've been waiting for a Rogue Squadron movie for 7 years, and they finally gave us one. We're the experts on Rogue Squadron. I've never read those books.
now we need a bad Motivator movie so we can
Hell.
change again.
Hail Zorp. Well, they mentioned binary load lifters in an episode of the Clone Wars, so maybe in the Bad Batch there'll be a throwaway line about motivators.
That's true.
That's a great wallpaper, by the way. I can only see it when you disappear. It's very unsure. I might die in this scenario. Can I fix my pod?
Yeah. Qui-Gon said I'm gonna win, but I'm kind of hungover today, so I'm probably gonna lose.
Hungover.
Finish the
9-year-old
race, of
Anakin.
course. You get a DUI driving a pod?
Not if it's a sanctioned race.
Oh, there's rules on
Yeah.
Tatooine. It's clearly written right here.
Yeah, if you're driving a speeder under the influence, that's a problem. But if you're in an actual pod race, you're good, dude. If they can let Tusken Raiders just snipe people that are racing, then yeah, who's gonna say anything about a little blue milk?
It's true. While we're on the topic of Tatooine things,
Of drunk pod racing?
Tatooine things, we're renaming the podcast again to Tatooine Things.
This show's gonna have a new name every week, so you have to tune in and see what it's gonna be.
You have to guess the name, and then you got to download it.
Yeah.
I did see some. I'm not even gonna lie; they were the shittiest pictures, but I guess they're starting to drop some pictures of Tatooine sets for. Obi-Wan.
Yes.
I'm not even gonna bring them up because they're not worth seeing. To be honest, it was like half sets, and all it is you can see the back of it, and you're like, I guess that's Tatooine. I see the sand, but
Yeah, it's like a bunch of white Adobe-looking little sand igloos and a bunch of sand. That's what all of Tatooine looks like.
yeah.
I need
Yeah.
to see Obi-Wan.
What it does is the fact that they're working on it, and there's actively, things being done in production. So,
Yeah.
which is the dumbest thing, but it does get me my giblets a zinging here.
Good.
Because how many things have been dropped over the past 30 years that they're like, oh yeah, we're working on it. You're like, did that even happen? I don't remember it ever dropping or.
Speaking of over the years, I remember when Lucas wanted the first Star Wars show to be back in 2005 when Revenge of the Sith came out. And we just got The Mandalorian
Yeah.
in 2019.
15
so,
years later, yeah.
Yeah, it took a
14.
while. They take a while to do things over there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it is May 4th. Streamers know, but podcasters, when you're listening to this, it is May the 4th. So happy May the 4th be with you and also with you.
You're just assuming everybody listens on the same day.
Or yesterday was May 4th. Hey, guys, last week was May the 4th. You know what I mean. So I wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you just a question about May 4th. We're going to talk about Star Wars. We're going to celebrate it. What's your favorite Star Wars event that you've ever been to? So we always have Star Wars Celebration. That's like one of the biggest one.
Mm-hmm.
But we've done events. You could say like movie premieres, like Revenge of the Sith back in high school in 2005. Count everything. What's like and the tattoo thing that we were at a couple years ago. What's the biggest Star Wars event or the favorite Star Wars event that you've ever been to?
I don't even remember a tattoo thing.
Oh, you were out of town. That was just me. That was me and Tommy Boy.
I mean, I'd want to pick one of ours, but I can't. Star Wars Celebration Chicago was probably my favorite. There was so much up in the air as far as Episode 9. What is it going to look like? That's where we heard the cackle of Sidious, and we're like, what? So it had some good drops there. The show was put together well. Unfortunately, Orlando wasn't even close to it.
Right.
Yeah, I would say that. If I had to have a runner up, I think our Rogue One event was really, really fun.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of costume people show up, and anything local, so I don't have to travel.
I'm the opposite. I love travel. I want an excuse to travel somewhere. Maybe not so much anymore with the kiddo, but that was one of the big selling points. It's like be able to get out of Ohio for a little bit.
Also, our Rogue One event was really fun simply because we got to see a fucking Star Wars movie that day.
Right, exactly.
Time and
Yeah.
And Rogue One being one of my favorite films.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think it was a cool event.
It was definitely astounding seeing the film that day. Like what we walked out of the theater like totally unexpected.
Yeah.
I think I'm actually going to say, well, it's hard to Celebration's such a big fucking deal. It's hard to say no.
Yeah.
How many people were there? 60,000, 70,000?
I don't know.
That's insane.
And that coked out party that we went to, Jesus Christ. I don't even know how we got in.
How do we get into anything? We just walk. We
I just
show
walk
up
in.
to stuff. Yeah.
I said we're here. She said, "Do you have tickets?" I said, "They were you're holding them." Okay, here they are. What? How did we get in this?
Are you thinking of Orlando? Or are you thinking of Chicago?
Was that Orlando that we got into that?
Well, there was a party.
501st party?
Both. The first one, Orlando was the one where, there was a stage and like Twi'leks dancing on poles and
Yep, that's it.
beers and Jar Jar Binks and a giant wampa, and that was Orlando.
That was one shining
Madness.
night of Orlando.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to not say Star Wars Celebration. So I'm going to, like we do with most lists, I'm going to copy you. I'm going to say, yes, Star Wars Celebration, Chicago. Honorable mention, though, like our last Jedi party was a lot of fun at World of Beer 2017. I don't know what it was. We've done a couple events and we've done, collab beers about a lot of Star Wars stuff in the past. But that one in particular, I feel like, I don't know, just pulled out all the stops. There's a lot of people there.
The beer was good, too.
Beer was great. Thank you, Land Grant. I don't know. I hate that I have to even say this, but I feel like right before Last Jedi, the hype was some of the most hypest in the Star Wars community. So I feel like everyone was like rearing to go to an event or a new premiere or cosplay or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it was a good time. It was a good time. Lots of people there. And we shut the bar down and ordered pizza at like 3 a.m. Swinging lightsabers around, getting Star Wars prints, and it was a blast.
Yeah. It's always nice when there's a company willing to, make it work. Work with you, collab on stuff. And not only, I'm not even just saying Land Grant, but like World of Beer to be like, fuck yeah, let's do Star Wars Day. And then did, put put Star Wars movies on loop. So whoever walked into the thing, it was fun. So
it was awesome. So yeah, good shit. Hopefully we can do events again in the future.
Possibly.
If we all get our death stick shots, we can do events again soon.
Oh
right.
yeah.
What else has happened on May 4th, Mobar?
May 4th. That's it. Yeah, I was just hyped about. Oh, and
Do 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 do.
we got Bad Batch right around the corner, May 4th.
Yeah.
I know we're a little underwhelmed for it. I know Commanders spoke his piece, and I understand it.
What was my piece?
You said you're just a little underwhelmed for it, which
okay.
is understandable.
You could have made anything up there. I would have agreed with you. Commander said he hated it. He's never going to watch it.
He
that's right.
despises all of them.
That's accurate.
But yeah, I think it's Star Wars content. We don't have any, and that's what we've been bitching about. So obviously we're gonna watch it. And if it's anywhere near, the last season of Clones, I think we're in for it. So it should be good.
Replica battles.
Stop. There's no jokes allowed on this brand new show.
Shut it down now. I'm taking us out of the comedy category. No jokes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see, man. My biggest hope for Bad Batch is delicious Order 66 stuff. And if I can get some additional Commander Cody footage and potentially like what happens to the clone program and Camino after Order 66, that would be great to see.
Yeah. I think, Order 66 is going to be the pinnacle, obviously. And any doings behind the scenes that Palpy's pulling the strings on, that's going to be primetime content. How the Bad Batch deals with the whole thing, I'm actually very interested in. You know, they're not standard clones, and they might be more woke per se. They start realizing shit's going down, and they're like, "Oh fuck!" Like maybe we can save some Jedi or make a difference here because the fan has been shit on. So,
Is that an analogy for something?
well, shit has hit the fan. So
Shit on the fans.
Let's throw something at the fan, get the party started.
Yeah. So that's as much as we can hope for. Also in the animated line,
Al Kestis.
that'd be cool.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt, but is there any
okay.
other characters that you might want to be like, oh, they animated that fucker? Well, I guess Cal is already animated, but
Yeah. I don't know about Cal. I don't know.
He'd be a
I'm
little
honestly,
young.
I'm really hoping for. Well, he's also kind of under the radar for a while, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he probably ages 8 years between like that flashback scene and where how you play him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cal's a cool character, and you know, I understand your lacklusterness of you're not excited about this as much as other things.
Don't single me out.
It's your fault.
Am I synonymous with
But-
the entire fandom? Fine, go ahead.
Fallen Order, man. One of the highlights of it was watching Cal walk through Order 66 and seeing
Yeah.
that. I mean, that was good, man.
Hey, that was one of my favorite parts of the game,
Yeah.
and I'm a fan. I'm a fan
Yeah.
of murdering Jedi for no reason.
No, I think the setting is what's going to pull me in. Obviously, Order 66, we know what happens.
Yeah.
But from different points of view, I'm interested to see how it affects everyone, truly. You know, the Bad Batch, I don't know what their affiliation with the Jedi are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm sure they're on the same side, but have they fought with them? And or, once the clones start turning, who do they stand with? You're supposed to be with the clones who are direct reports, to Chancellor. If you turn on the clones, you turn on the Republic from a certain point of view, and you're like, ooh, you're putting
You're
a
going
fucking
rogue.
sticky situation real quick with dealing with Order 66.
Here, okay. I got an idea.
Write it
One
down
of-
so we don't forget.
I'm going to record it even better so we don't forget. We can transcribe it, and I can post it everywhere. It's brand new again. So, we know how new Star Wars canon likes to take, hey, here's a cool thing from the Legends. It's not canon anymore. We're going to tweak it just a little bit, and we're throwing it back in.
Yeah.
So what they could do with the Bad Batch is throw in some of the storylines from Republic Commando and apply it to that single group of clones. That I don't know. Do they have the inhibitor chip thing?
No, they're special clones.
Experimental. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have it. So they could throw in some like extra Mando culture and, trying to get out of the army and maybe start a life on Mandalore, blah, blah, blah. They could maybe throw some of those old storylines in with the Bad Batch. So that'd be cool. There's my hope.
The Bad Batch. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a little digging before I watch this, which I'm not gonna have time, unfortunately. We're 2 days away.
It's happening now. I'm watching
but the
it now.
Bad Batch, Hunter, Tech, Crosshair, Wrecker, and Echo. I already know exactly who everybody is. Echo. I didn't even. Wow. I'm so oblivious to a lot of this shit. It's ridiculous that we're even a podcast.
Well, we're not just a Star Wars podcast anymore, Mopar. We've made
I-
our own loophole from a certain point of view.
Yeah. No, I'm.
What, you just forgot that Echo was involved?
Yeah.
Because isn't that they help rescue him in that first episode of the new season?
Yep. Exactly. And then he joins him.
Yeah.
Joins them. Sorry.
Yeah, but the other four, I mean, it's just like, it's Ninja Turtles. They each got their own thing.
Here we go. As the Republic transforms into the Galactic Empire, the Bad Batch must decide what their place will be in the New Order. So
must
we're
they?
right. We're right on line with what we thought it might be about. As soon as it says, will they join their brothers in the Stormtrooper ranks, or will they find their place in the galaxy somewhere outside of the Empire's reach?
The more we talk about this, the more hyped I'm getting. I just realized, just seeing clones turning into stormtroopers and adapting to a role in the Empire, I would love just to see that. not to mention everything else. So
Yeah.
we've talked myself into it.
Yeah, Echo, a former ARC trooper. He was in prison. He was a prisoner of the Separatists for a time. Yeah, man. Oh, he's cybernetically modified. I forgot.
Yep.
He's now half droid, half clone. What a fucking savage!
That's General Grievous. 0.5.
Can you clone the droid part too? So it can be a clone droid and a half clone of a human clone. Stop it, clones.
Stop it. Yeah, you can just make another piece. Droid stuff is easy to replicate, to clone. I mean,
It's you know what they've always done really well with the Clone Wars is having simple character development and spoon feeding it to you. But if you are a very deep Star Wars fan, you can get more out of the Clone Wars.
yes.
Like you can really get into who Echo is and what he's been through and all the shit if you want.
I think you've just described Star Wars.
It's very true. It's a valid point because Star Wars, you can be a surface level fan or you can dive deep like shills. Pat says we're shills. So
It's
exactly that.
I won't deny it. Why do you think we changed the name of the show? We were paid.
We were paid by Shillmaster Flex.
Disney said, listen, Kathy said, listen, we're coming out with a new movie. It's called Rogue Squadron. You're going to conflict with that. Change the name. We'll give you a hefty bonus,
Hefty fee.
a hefty ransom.
So, yeah, I think we're probably going to get half throwaway episodes, unfortunately. It's the nature of all of this. But I do think even the throwaway episodes that, those side missions are going to be darker. They're going to be heavier toned. Like, shit, it could be a side mission. Let's go get this gun that we need for the fucking end mission or something stupid. You know what I'm saying? We need this technology over here. Let's do it. But, I think...
I hope someone says that exact line.
Let's do it. But yeah, I think, they're hiding from their former goddamn teammates.
Yeah.
That's fucked, man. It's so cool. And it's almost like the same position the Jedi are in. Like,
yeah.
It's not as direct, but everybody who was your friend, you have huge questions about. You're like, can I trust this person? As a Jedi, I'm in hiding.
More than huge questions about. They all tried to kill you. You better.
I'm saying outside of the clones, like who?
Yeah.
Who pulled these strings? Who made the clones do this? Can you trust Palpatine? That's a huge question.
Are we going to have an investigation plot to figure out what the hell happened?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
We're going to see more Bail Antilles? Bail Organa?
Ooh, you know who I'd like to see is Mothma. I'd like to see some fucking Cassian.
Maybe too early for that.
Whoa, what if they pick up a young Cassian? When I'm 6 years old, what if we see that exact scene?
There you go. That could work. They love putting on the layers. Star Wars is like an onion.
Yeah, the Bad Batch saves Cassian.
That'd be cool.
His parents are murdered right in front of him, and they come in and save the kid and run away and say, "Look, Mon Mothma, you have to change the kid's Pampers and feed him." But I think he'll shoot a gun soon enough.
Because Fennec Shand is in there. Have we talked about could young Mando show up?
Man, it's Mando. It's fucking crazy.
I don't know if I think we tried to calculate his age. I don't know if we ended up on he was attacked by the droids before the end of the war or after the war, because that's always a possibility too.
Bad Batch timeline. Well, it'd be Order 66. Why am I even asking? I just there's been so many Star Wars things. First step one is find out where it fucking happens. But
yeah, and remember they tried to change the calendar thing last year too. Not the calendar, the date system. After Rise of Skywalker, they tried to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's in the visual dictionary.
Fuck, what is it now? What's it based off of?
I think everyone just ignored it and they're just like, yeah, it's BBY, whatever. It was going to be based around the Starkiller incident.
Why the fuck would they do that?
Because they blew up basically all of the New Republic.
That makes me so mad.
It's almost as dumb as basing it around the Battle of Yavin.
I agree.
Empire's still there. You should base it around Order 66.
Yeah. That's that. I was trying to think of like what was a game-changing time, and it would have to be Order 66. But you know,
I mean, blowing up the Death Star sucked for the Empire, but it's not like the Empire was gone after that.
right?
You know,
They strike back. I think.
I think they do a few strikes. Yeah. Oh.
Oh man. Yeah. No, I'm hyping myself up, to be honest, with Bad Batch. And you know what's helping is I am slowly, admittedly, I'm getting into
Rebels.
Falcon and Winter Soldier finally.
Okay.
I put
That's
my
a
hands up
tangent.
so everybody knew I was serious about it.
MOBA, don't go.
Your friends suck. Find new ones.
What's the connection between Bad Batch and Falcon Winter Soldier? You just mean like the series?
I wasn't interested in it. First of all, I know I'm gonna enjoy it. It's made well. I know I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yes.
But part of it was, I was just burned out.
On Marvel?
Just kind of all of it. You get tired of it. You want to go back. That's why Skyrim, I play it all the fucking time because it's like a nice neutral ground. And it's not tech heavy. It's not game heavy. It's kind of just like I do whatever the fuck I want in Skyrim.
Yeah.
But I think
I feel that.
WandaVision finally was like that seed that I was like, that was really good and it was better than I expected. And I was kind of over it. And then Falcon and Winter Soldier was right around the corner. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to hold off for a little bit. I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it's like, to spend the time watching it. I'm looking at these episodes. Some of them are like an hour long. Like, fuck, if I was in the mood, perfect. But I'm not. So,
That's totally fair. You got to wait till you're in the mood.
So wrapping this all back around, I have finally started Falcon and Winter Soldier, and with me getting back into that mindset and that mode, the nerd mode, I think it's a perfect time for Bad Batch to launch, to dip my toes into the Star Wars stuff again.
Good.
So I think it's perfect timing. I'm only on the third episode. I just finished up the third episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Nice.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fun.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
Yes. It's not always fun.
It's a lot
dark.
heavier.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot heavier than I thought it would be, which is a great change of pace.
Yeah.
Especially with it being wrapped around the idea of Captain America, I've grown to like Cap, but he's still probably lower on my list.
Yeah.
But the idea of the idea of Captain America being twisted into something else.
Well, and also the void that's left by Steve Rogers when
And
he's
not,
gone.
exactly. Filling that void or trying to fill that void or who should fill that void and what does that look like? And it's a very cool idea. We're not fighting goblins and ghosts and aliens anymore. What are the big three? Wizards and droids and the fuck they talk about?
Wizards. No, it's
Zombies?
androids, aliens, and sorcerers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He says wizards.
Androids, aliens, and wizards then. Sorry.
Yes.
I thought it was sorcerers. Yes. Heavy material, too.
It is.
Heavy material. So, basically the premise is like a segment of people... I mean, I won't spoil the whole thing, but a segment of people in the world agree with Thanos, kind of. So, like, the fallout from the blip and everything, there's like a certain percentage of people that their lives actually did get better because of that in that 5-year gap. And everybody comes back when Tony snaps and reverses everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden the population has doubled. It's went back to normal.
Yeah.
And things are in a fucking frenzy again. And and it's bad for some people. And there's like a militant group that wants to put things back to how they were during the blip in that 5-year gap, which is like
5
the
years is a long
consequences
time. Yeah.
and the consequences of that. And just the mere storyline of like, hey, the main villain might have been right about some of that. Like that's just material that you don't really get to explore in some parts of Star Wars or other places. So it was
it's
good.
a nice touch. Like there's always like a crazy militant group, but for it to like legitimately make sense and them to have somewhat of a point.
Yeah.
After people were gone, we all have more space. We all being fed now. Simple stuff that if you're really poor in the world or something like that, with half people gone, you probably have a better outlook on life. And as soon as everybody came back, you're like, now I'm back to a shitter, man. I don't want, let's change things back around.
Yeah.
And then with them toying with the super soldier serum and all that, you know, we're pulling shit from way back.
Yeah.
Bringing it to new light with a cool twist. Yeah, it's fun. I knew I was gonna like it. I just, you know, give me a couple weeks and then I'll dive into it. So
Yeah, absolutely. I figured that would be the case. So, well, obviously won't go into the second half of it because you've only watched the first half. But I will say, as I've been watching back through all the MCU movies after watching Falcon Winter Soldier, I have much more respect for both of those characters and both of those actors, especially when I watched Civil War.
Yeah.
Like, I really never liked Falcon, and I hated Winter Soldier, and my opinion on both of those guys have totally flipped.
I think the actors are holding it together. I still am not a huge fan of either of them. There is more appreciation, like you said, for them, but I think the actors are very good at what they do, and they fit the characters that they're playing. And the small little like Falcon family stuff is like a nice touch, because then the actor really can flourish. He doesn't have to be a superhero and you run around just blow shit up. You just like, you can actually have a conversation with his sister,
Right.
and there's shit hitting the fan again.
Right.
Shit everywhere.
Yes.
But
shitters. Bunch of shitters.
yeah. So, here's Brian Shannon. Welcome, buddy.
What up?
That you should read some Captain America comics from Ed Brubaker. It helped me enjoy Marvel's take on Cap a lot more. No, that's a good, you know, if anybody wants to enjoy Cap, take Brian's suggestion there. Ed Brubaker.
I don't want to enjoy Captain America, so I will not read those.
What should I
comics.
read if I want to hate him even more?
Just watch the first couple Marvel movies.
Just
'Cause
watch.
that's how I felt back in the day.
Just watch them. Just watch them. You know, it is a cool, heavy point, because I know it's like, yay, the good guys won after Endgame, and it's like,
Dude, how crazy is that?
a lot of people
Like,
fucking died, bro.
yes, the heroes probably should bring back half of existence. But upon doing so, what kind of shit are we left with? It's interesting that they have they're taking the route to explore those kind of storylines.
Yeah.
Like, think about, we're gonna continue this trend of saying Star Wars should do what Marvel's doing. But think of, we see a little bit of like the Imperial remnant in Mando. And most of it is like, the Empire's just left over. Like, Moff Gideon he still has a lot of power. He still has troops, and he's building the Dark Trooper project, and he has ships and all this and that. He has the Dark Saber. So for some Imperial officers, it's like things are normal. But we don't really get to see the fallout of like how things have changed on a day-to-day for like stormtroopers.
Yeah.
In that gap. And that's kind of like the deeper levels I would like to get to.
You know, I know we brought this up recently and actually read about it briefly about Operation Cinder.
Yeah.
Why the Emperor would destroy his own empire, basically. And from the little quippet that I read, it was basically like, well, if Operation Cinder's in motion, that means I'm dead, which means my own empire couldn't protect me, so why the fuck should I keep it going if they weren't worthy of protecting me or doing what they're supposed to do? So basically it was burning down all of that, taking a lot of resources out of it that he has, and spreading it into the First Order and or Exegol.
Yeah.
So that's where the seeds were planted with all that. So I know, at least myself, I was a little hazy on like Operation Cinder. Why would you just blow everything up? But he's very good at that. Droid army at my disposal. Fucking send it, bro. Get it out of here.
Dude, who's bankrolling Palps, man?
I think Tony Stark's involved for
Dude,
sure. He bought the banks.
That would be some interesting storytelling too. Where's he getting all his fucking money from?
Yeah,
He's got some secret syndicate.
he's just printing money, man.
That's true. If you are a politician, you are in control of the banks. You can just print money.
Dude, that Terry's have to be a cryptocurrency. He just Vader, add a zero to our bank account.
I need more droids.
You have
Add more zeros.
Yeah, you have an ATM machine on that fucking suit, you Jacobin.
Should be. Should be. That's good, man. I'm glad you are into it. So, keep continuing. Curious to hear how you think it ends.
Keep continuing.
Keep continuing. Keep on keeping on.
What are your? We're just rambling today.
Wait. No, I had one more thing.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I almost forgot. What do you think of the replacement Captain America?
This is probably a good question because I'm sure his character will change, grow, and or something serious will happen by the end. Up front, I do feel like he's trying to be the best Cap that he can be in the only way that he knows. He's a soldier, and that's what he knows. And he's just, he's given a mission, so he does what he needs to do. I think the old Cap or the original Cap was more than that.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't just take orders. He would think about it. What makes sense? What's the best way to go about this?
Yeah.
What's the right way to go about this? This guy was just like, hey, you need to get this guy, go over here.
Right. Well,
Okay,
Steve
well,
Rogers was a soldier second because he was trying to join the military when he was a
Ooh, it's a good point.
puny wimp. You know what I mean? That wasn't his top priority. Well, I shouldn't say it like that. It's not like they took. I think that's actually one of the threads in the movie of one of the other guys that's in his platoon. They didn't take like a good soldier and amp him up and make him a super soldier. They just took a good-hearted guy who wants to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And who hates bullies and injected him.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. The new guy is a soldier first.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you'd never want to say that. Everybody's a human first. But, that's what he knows.
Right.
That's what's up front. So
Indeed. And do you dig Baron Zemo at all?
Zemo, that guy that they broke out.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. He's probably the best part of the whole fucking show right now.
Yeah, I love him.
The show's fine, but there's not too many highlights so far. He's definitely one of them right now.
Okay, good. Because I remember back when I've always loved Civil War, but when we first saw it, I was not too sure about the main villain because I didn't really know much about him. So getting some more experience with him in Falcon Winter Soldier is good. He's up there.
Also, I love that actor as well. They're just
He's great. Yeah,
dude.
the casting's on
Regardless of
point.
what you're looking at, DC and Marvel have been killing it with their casting. So
Indeed.
Baron Helmet Zemo. Yeah,
Oh, speaking of Marvel, holy shit! Did we talk about Shang-Chi in the past episode or two?
no, I don't even know what that is.
Oh wow! All right, we'll have to table that one, but I'll make sure you watch it before next episode. So it's the Marvel movie that's coming out in September. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Trailer came out last week or 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Looks really good. I'm excited. We'll do some more Marvel shit next week.
Okay. Master of Kung Fu and Brother Hand. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what Brother Hand is.
Yeah. Did you see Coders getting remade again?
Coder, they're making that Coder. So you found that video and you sent it over, and I was like, cool. So this is obviously different from Apeiron.
Aspire is the Aspire.
Aspire.
I spell Aspire with 2 S's to make sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. They better put Miranda in this one. Aspire. KOTOR.
So this is just another beautifying of the game, essentially, remaking it in Unreal Engine or whatever.
Yes, but I think this is more officially being done. I've heard different interviews and tweets of people from Aspire. I even spelled it wrong. Aspire with a Y.
No, it's 2 S's.
Ass. It's a hyphen.
Pyre? Oh, you're setting asses on fire then. Aspire.
There are, I've seen more than one Unreal Engine KOTOR.
The first episode of our new named podcast is called Aspire.
That's perfect.
Who are we? All right, sorry. I was writing that down and I was just looking at it in text and I was just like, God damn, what is happening?
Why are we?
Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm just so burnt out on all that. I'm not even going to go any further. We did see, some snippets of the Endar Spire and kind of remake stuff like that. But
The visuals look
I'm not
cool.
gonna give it any credit until I see something official. I've seen videos.
The problem is we're super nostalgic for KOTOR, but if I had my choice between a remaster of KOTOR or like BioWare making a new Star Wars RPG, I'm definitely going with that one.
Yes.
Like I would be way more excited about a KOTOR 3 perhaps, or just a brand new Star Wars RPG in a totally different setting.
Just yeah, like you said, Star Wars RPG.
People are just so bent out of shape making like remasters and rebeautifying things because nothing new's coming out.
Well, and that's how I felt about them relaunching Darth Bane books, and I'm like, look, I love it, but what the fuck? Come on. Give me what I want? Jesus, why would you do that to me?
No, I don't want that. I just want to want it. All right, we can do this. Predictions. So we're recording this Sunday, May 2nd. This episode comes out on May 4th. So by the time this episode airs, Star Wars could have announced new things. So in our running trend of predicting the future, do you think we're going to have any major announcements on May 4th? New projects, new series, new movies?
I think they're going to launch a video game.
Launch it or tease it?
Not launch, tease it.
Yeah.
I do think they're going to have a non-EA story-driven video game teased on May 4th. Mm-hmm. Be called The History of Mopar.
History of Mopar, Legend of Mopar. Well, yeah, so they announced the fact that a RPG by Ubisoft is happening. So maybe we'll get footage of that, or you think it's going to be something brand new?
Brand new.
Okay. I hope. Fingers crossed.
What was the Ubisoft stuff? Why am I?
It was literally just the Ubisoft is making a Star Wars RPG. That was it.
And let me see if we've got any update on that.
Because after they rebranded to Lucasfilm Games, they announced like a couple things.
Oh yeah, January 13th. New story-driven Star Wars game by Ubisoft and Lucasfilm Games.
Yep.
Yeah, there's not. Yeah. Hopefully, like I said, that'll be the thing that's being teased on the 4th.
My prediction is a trailer for Cassian Andor.
Look, that's not a prediction. That's what we fucking need.
That, if it doesn't happen, I quit Star Wars. I'm canceling Disney Plus.
I am. I'm done with it. They've heard me bitch about it. I know all of it. Kathleen, listen.
These episodes go straight to her email.
I told you once. I told you a million times. Give me more. What do you?
I'm trying to give you money, Lucasfilm.
Master Mopar, I'm tired, sir.
Kathy, drop. Seriously. Just we're trying to pay you for content. Just make more of it.
That's exactly it. And that's where you start, though, is the game. The game will sell. If it's a story-driven Star Wars game, I don't give a fuck. Not everybody bought Squadrons.
Right.
Because
everybody will buy an
no
RPG,
one gives a
though.
shit. If it's a new game, dude, you're wrapping in a story, a book, gameplay, canon material. It's a half of a fucking movie. There's so much involved in video games now that you get so much out of it. And that's why I think Fallen Order did so well. Even though it was a little flat on the gameplay, because everybody plays the game, you end up with the same goddamn character.
Right.
I think the story is what held it together. And it was unique, interesting. We got to go to new planets. That's all I fucking want. Just do it better and more, please. More! I have a random question.
Okay.
This was... I feel so dumb sometimes.
It's okay. You are.
I saw a picture... Hey, man.
I'm just kidding, dude.
I'm from Naboo.
I'm totally just kidding, man. I didn't mean it.
I didn't even really realize that Episode 9 had the death of the Skywalkers. The Bloodline. Everybody's dead.
Kind of.
No. Bloodline. Everybody's dead.
I know. I'm just saying it wasn't as obvious because Rey took the name. So it's like, wait a second. What?
Yeah, she's taking, obviously the legend of them.
Yes.
With her. But, it is a nice touch that we start with Anakin. We end with his offspring's offspring.
Mm-hmm.
And he made a difference. He sacrificed himself to save Rey. Yeah, honestly, he could have walked out of there and been like, wow, she was cool.
Wonder if I can get a poster of her, put her on my wall.
Wow. You was savage. Next. Yeah, it's small
Wait, so
stuff,
what do
man.
you mean? So he
I
could
just,
have
you know what I
abandoned her?
Yeah, because he was alive and she was dead, and Palpy was gone. He could have just been like, "Fuck, that was a hell of a story. Let's keep going." I'm Kylo Ben Rich. What?
Dude, I'm actually blanking the fuck out of that last scene. So he falls down the pit, and then she's fighting him. She's fighting Palpatine.
I am all the Jedi. Zap blast. He kills himself. She falls, knocks her, basically dies.
From
Falls to the ground, and Kylo climbs up, or Ben climbs up the fucking trench. And
Oh yeah, and then
holds
gives her the
her
essence transfer thing.
and essence transfer. Yeah,
Gotcha,
his
gotcha.
energy.
Sorry, totally out of the loop on that one. Thank you for the clarification.
Well, they don't. It's not. They seal the essence transfer with a makeout session, and then he passes out of bliss. I think is what happens.
You only get so turned on. you just give yourself to the Force.
Yeah,
That's such a bummer, man.
it is. It's a nice touch story wise, but fuck. You know what would have been even better is for him to live.
Yes. that
Because
would have been
consider
better.
this: what if it was Rey and Ben starting a new Jedi Order? They've been through it all.
Mhm.
Ben has been like actually trained in a whole program with Luke. Went to the dark side, Bendemption, and she was more on the natural side, even though she was unofficially trained by Luke.
Yeah.
It was more of like feeling things out, understanding her own power, and Luke helped her hone it, but it was all her for the most part. And from a certain point of view, I guess Leia helped. In episode 9, we're assuming that Leia, I'm gonna run the fucking course again.
Leia ran the course?
No, I'm just saying, she set up the course. I guess.
I know. Did she actually?
It's probably not. She probably had R2 do it.
I would say she's above that pay grade. Yes. I guess my only excuse in my head to make myself enjoy the fact, not enjoy, but okay with the fact that Kylo died is that he redeemed himself and he did something about that, but there's no way he can go about the galaxy after everything that he did. They can't just let him off the hook.
Revan does.
Yeah, it's Revan though. Laws were different in the Old Republic. But you can't just let like the leader of the First Order who murdered everybody like just hang out, and lead the new version of like the super secret police force.
Now consider this. Let's say there was a Jedi, a fallen Jedi,
Yeah.
does something horrific, and they redeem themselves. Do you think the Jedi Order would accept a motherfucker back?
You'd like if Dooku repented, would they welcome him back in?
Yes.
Probably.
They won't accept a 9-year-old. Why would they accept a devil? Too old.
Yeah, he's way too old.
Dooku is too old.
He's way too old, too rich. Can't let him in.
Too smart.
Well, he could bankroll them. They want their cash.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the Jedi, if it was done correctly, they would be compassionate and they would be forgiving.
I think if the Jedi were true Jedi, I think it depends on the era.
Probably.
If we're talking about the clone era, I think absolutely not. They're so clouded with their own stuff. They always say the dark side clouds. It's their own fucking judgment. It's their own dogmatic views, and it's their own bullshit that clouds their own eyes. You can't see through your own shit.
Yes.
That
is accurate.
It is absolutely accurate. I'm saying it.
If I say it, it's accurate. I think, I agree with you on the dark side clouding vision stuff thing. It's themselves. Yes.
It is themselves. You can't, yeah.
But my
You can't
guess
see the
about
forest from the trees, man. You can't see the forest from the trees. You're stuck in your own shit forest with your shit thoughts and your shit sticks. Not accepting shit 9-year-olds.
angry.
Yeah.
So angry. So I agree. Yes, I agree with you on the shit vision. But That's another good episode title name. What I was going to say was I feel like the Jedi, yes, would forgive and let somebody back in. But depending on who it was, probably the Republic or the Senate would not want that to happen. So I could picture them like if Dooku apologized. And like, it's like, sorry guys, my
Sorry about
bad.
that whole Anakin cutting in half.
Sorry about that entire coup on the Republic. My bad. You know how it goes. I'm rich. I just do that sometimes. But if he repented and they tried to welcome him back in, I feel like the Senate would be like, no way. This guy tried to overthrow the entire Republic. Like, put him to death right now. That's what would happen. Also, that would make for a good story in a book or a series. It's complicated and it's not obvious who's good and who's bad, and that would be fun to watch. Kathy, are you listening? Kathy,
Yeah.
can you hear me? That's what I think about it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know what we're gonna
Story
get.
of the Skywalkers, man. It's a hell of a story.
You think we'll get a trailer for Fallen Order 2 today?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately, you think we will.
Yeah.
You think they've listened to our podcast and they're not gonna make one with more replay value?
Nope.
Oh man.
Is it still in the books for them to do part 2?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know where else they would go with that. I thought it was a nice closing chapter. Like, of course, Cal Kestis can live on and do other stuff. It's kind of like he did his bit. Like, he was a good Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Stopped Vader from getting this holocron list of, Force sensitives. Destroyed it, so, the Jedi don't fuck it up either. And
Right.
it was kind of a nice send-off.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Maybe Fallen Order. You know what?
Here we go.
Here we go. What if Fallen Order 2 has nothing to do with Cal Kestis? What if it is another Jedi that lived through motherfucking Order 66? Brand
That would be
new
awesome.
Again.
That would be
Brand new
awesome.
again, doing a different thing.
That'd be
It'd
awesome. Because one thing I hate, like picture Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. I hate going through, even Mass Effect, going through the whole game and becoming a fucking badass, and then you go to play the sequel, and it's like you're a renowned warrior, and you got to start from scratch, learn all your powers again.
Yep, you can barely shoot. You're like, God damn.
So Cal becomes pretty badass by the end of that, and it would be annoying to start Fallen Order 2 and be like, Cal, oh, you got to learn how to swing your lightsaber again. It's
Step
like,
one.
no.
Press A to kick.
Yes. So a new character would be very interesting. Yeah, they could do a Fallen Order franchise with like a number of Jedi that survived.
I think that's where the money's at too. If you want to wrap it all around,
Yep.
I want to see Fallen Jedi. It's called Fallen Order.
Yep.
Cal is just one bit of that, one shard of the broken goddamn glass of the Order. So
I still think a secret, not an order, but like a secret pact of surviving Jedi would be awesome. I know they're trying to stay separate so they don't so nobody is like hip to them being alive and Force sensitive, but like Cal Kestis, Seer, Ahsoka, and whoever else might be out there. Grogu, if he ends up surviving Luke's thing. Well, that's far down the line, my bad. But you know what I mean. I still think like some secret convent of Jedi would be cool.
So I Googled Fallen Order 2, and actually something was published a day ago.
Oh boy.
I just wanted to see if there was anything worth. You know who's pissed.
I don't know. Tell me.
You know who's pissed after the events of Fallen Order 1 is Vader.
Yeah. True.
That could be it. Now Cal's number 1 on Vader's hit list, and you are just running for your fucking life. That would be a terrifying game.
Yeah, if Vader, and you know how everyone loves a Star Wars game with Vader involved.
Yes,
It's basically an instant seller.
Especially if you were being hunted, man. Tell me.
Maybe it switches sides and you play as Vader. Hunting down more Jedi.
This is going in a very weird direction. So the article is the case for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order to break away from canon events. And the first thing it says Darth Vader and Cal Kestis, which I just kind of played out already. This part 2 is Darth Bane.
Okay, listen, guys.
Here we go.
I know I complain about them not making enough shit, but the more people request them to just revive Legends stuff is giving them less and less of a chance to make new canon stuff that we enjoy.
Yeah.
So I know it's been a little bit of a struggle the past year or two, but like if all we say is give me KOTOR 3 or give me a KOTOR remake, like it takes power away from what the new canon's going to be.
Yeah.
So have some motherfucking patience. Don't look at us as examples, by the way. I have no patience. I'm angry at them.
He is
But-
too patient.
Too patient to be a Star Wars fan, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Anyways. Hi, Matt.
Yeah, I
Welcome.
guess, where... Okay, let's say I'm completely wrong and it is just Cal Kestis again.
It probably will be.
Which, under the assumption, yes, they're not that creative. They're not going to do cool stuff.
Well, that forces them to be more creative if they use the same character. So they have to come up with a new
Oh.
storyline
Okay.
to make it
Kinda.
interesting. Yeah, like Rush Hour 1 and 2.
Sequel's always better.
No, sequels rarely better.
Unknown regions. They've been dabbling with that quite a bit. Yeah, obviously Exegol. Exegol's in the unknowns, right? Unknown regions.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Well, there's not even that's why they needed the goddamn star map to get there because no one even knew where it was.
Yep.
Take a left at the
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven. Oh man. Yeah. CK man, Mr. Cal Kestis, living his life.
Could be fun, man. Could be fun having him, seeing him again. He's a
what
good
would be-
actor.
You know what would be actually fun is to have
Darth Bane!
and
Darth Bane!
have companions with you that made a fucking difference. You get the coolest companion, and she helps you out with one fight, and then you're done. You're like, what the fuck just happened?
Well, it's just because how the game is structured. Like in a Dark Souls and Uncharted or whatever.
Yeah.
You're rambling. I agree, though.
It would be nice to have an actual party that you could
Gather
choose
before you
from,
venture forth.
that you could choose from. Yeah.
I agree.
It is hard, like you said, with that style of game, though. It is hard to kind of do that. Those style games are basically you versus whatever's in front of you. You're not really supposed to have I guess Dark Souls has, you can group up. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think we have talked about that in the past, like integrating some sort of multiplayer into Fallen Order. The same way it is. Just copy Dark Souls. No one cares. Everyone loves Dark Souls. Copy it. Make it Star Wars. You kind of already did that. But, yeah, throwing the multiplayer element in there would be choice. I would dig it. I would dig it.
Oh, man. Unknown regions.
Also, can I get confirmation that Ilum is Starkiller Base, please? I just want you to
they
come out
basically
and say it.
They did everything but say it. Yeah.
I know. So, yeah, just recapping where this conversation stemmed from.
May 4th.
I'm predicting trailer for Cassian and a teaser for either Fallen Order 2 or the Ubisoft RPG Star Wars thing. That's my prediction. Trailers only, no actual stuff. Just not trying to get my hopes up.
Elder Scrolls 6.
How did you go from that?
I heard RPG.
That's ways off.
I know they've been pushing that back and back and back.
Yeah. At least we know they're working on it. Mass Effect also is in next Friday. That's coming up too.
Man,
I'm looking.
I'm
forward
still
to that one.
holding back on that. I'm
No, you're
obviously
not.
gonna buy it. It's kind of like the whole Falcon Winter Soldier. I know I'm gonna enjoy it. It's gonna look great. It's just it's been so hyped up. That's what happens with us fans. Like we're gonna overhype it. I'm been waiting for something like this for so long that you could drop a half shit game and I'm still gonna probably enjoy it. But like, when was the first Mass Effect? 09?
It was 2008. I'm pretty sure.
Dude, it's been 13 years.
No, I think it was Christmas 2007.
I think
Because look it up. I'm just guessing, But I feel like I remember I got it sophomore year, Christmas, when I got my Xbox 360. Because I know where I was in my college career. Not in class. I was playing Mass Effect.
November 2007.
Correct. Yeah, so it's 14 years
Second
away.
one was 2010. Third one was 2012.
That was quick.
Oh, man. Mass Effect Legendary Edition, 11 gigabyte day one patch.
Not surprised.
11 gigs for a patch already.
Dude, that's
Hey, we're
nothing.
going to launch a broken game before we launch the game.
No, that's not how they do it anymore.
Man.
Some people do. But that's
I'm
just
playing-
part of the thing. Like, they get everything ready like a month ahead of time, and then they're like, we're going to keep fixing it up until it happens.
Mm-hmm. I am blasting through, quite literally, Borderlands.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to say Arkham.
No, I've played Arkham. I've played Arkham Asylum. I've beat that. I got like 90% of the way through City and just kind of stopped. I've never played Arkham Knight, but those are games that I can always go back to. Those are just fun, solid games. So that's why I bought that. Borderlands is brand new.
It is. I don't even think I've tried to play it before.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It's kind of like a comic booky first-person shooter. It is surprisingly deep as a game. It's a numbers game. You gotta upgrade your weapons. It's like an RPG.
It's like Destiny, kind of.
I've never played Destiny.
I haven't either.
There is a skill tree, so you can update your things. So, for example, I chose the class of a soldier, and my special ability is I can throw down a turret that obviously shoots at but if you stand near the turret, it'll heal you. Now, there's upgrades for yourself to do more damage, or you can have the turret heal you faster or do more damage. So there is kind of like a 6-tree class thing that I can update.
Yeah.
Which will unlock further things, but it's surprisingly more in depth. And if you like scope down your gun, you can see the level of the enemy. It's next to their title.
Oh, cool.
So you can kind of be like, oh fuck, I'm level 10. That dude's at level 14. That dude will fuck me up. And the levels make a huge difference.
It does sound like Destiny from what I've seen of Destiny. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that makes me feel like I would enjoy Destiny. But I think Borderlands, there's 3 of them out, so it's not a new series. But
No, it's not.
They keep adding on to stuff. So, I've got my normal guns. There's bazookas. Now there's vehicles involved. I opened up a whole new section, and I got to jump into a goddamn vehicle, and all the enemies. There's like elemental damage. So let's just say there's like a fucking slug that you're fighting. There'll be like a flame slug that if you shoot it, it'll blow up. You just got to be kind of cautious of where you're doing it.
Yeah.
And then there's, environmental stuff. If the guy's standing next to a 55-gallon bucket or thing, you could shoot that. It'll probably blow up.
Nice.
Stuff like that. It's a nice, straightforward game, but if you're not paying attention and you don't upgrade to certain stuff or you don't have an upgraded gun, you'll get behind real quick.
Yeah.
So.
I can imagine. Yeah, I guess Mass Effect is kind of like that, but I was going to say I've never fallen in love with a shooter that was RPG heavy.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I guess that kind of is Mass Effect, so I'm lying to myself.
It's much, yeah, but Mass Effect's not a first-person shooter.
Well, true, third person, but I was just thinking, because we're talking about Arkham and Borderlands, and then obviously Mass Effect Remaster, and then KOTOR is getting remastered, blah, blah, blah. What are some good games that came out recently that are brand new games? Because I'm looking at, I just looked up best video games of 2020, and I see Animal Crossing. Well, that's not new. Last of Us Part 2, Final Fantasy VII Remake, a new Doom game. Cyberpunk was obviously a clusterfuck. Here, Ghost of Tsushima is new. I heard wonderful things about that. But then you got, more Assassin's Creed games and more Tom Clancy games, and Tony Hawk's got remastered, and Resident Evil 43. There isn't anything
Zelda.
new that's oh God, this is
Overwatch.
amazing. That's 2016, son.
I know, but it's still brand new.
True. I do love Overwatch, and it's a great franchise. I'm excited for number 2.
Jedi Fallen Order,
but it's
2019.
5 years old. Yeah. I don't know. It's happening with movies too. You know,
Apex
Marvel's
Legends. There's a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah.
It's not
true.
it's a valid point. I get it because there are just those big name. We're gonna get a Mario game. We're gonna get a Zelda game. All the sports games are just getting remade.
Yep.
Call of Duty and Battlefields. It's all just gonna keep rocking and rolling.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
Assassin's Creed's the same way.
Mm-hmm.
For how much I do enjoy playing those games, it is the same shit over and over. To be honest, just
And
a different setting.
And I was gonna ask if you feel like we're in the same boat with movies too.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, it's like a new
Look
Mortal
how much stuff's
Kombat,
getting
and a new
redone.
Power Rangers,
Yep.
and yeah,
I think it goes in
new Bill
in
and
waves.
Ted.
I think it goes in waves though. Those remakes will always happen because there will always be content that's 20 or 30 years old.
True.
From here on out, everything's gonna come back around because
True.
you know we become 30 years old, but you know people that are 15 years younger than us who are starting to have their own money and shit.
Mm-hmm.
They want to enjoy stuff too. So it's like, oh, let's do Pokemon again.
Right. Yeah. Pokemon has not stopped. Who was asking that in the group chat? Someone was saying that they they got a notice from their kid's school that Pokemon cards are banned. If they see anyone trading Pokemon cards in class, they're gonna get confiscated. I was like, I've been there.
Yeah.
Gotta hide that shit in your books.
The kids in my neighborhood, Mr. Paul, do you have Pokemon cards? I was like, listen up, you fuck. And I whipped out
my sweet
my
summer
whole
child.
fucking book. They said, I'll trade you for that Blastoise. I said,
This Blastoise is gonna buy me a house one day, son. You cannot have it.
yeah. I said, I'll trade you for your house.
Oh, actually, speaking of video games, I know I just complained about remakes, but like, what's the newest Pokemon game? Best Pokemon game? Because I would like to play one, and I think when I got my Switch, I got the Pokemon Eevee or whatever, and I didn't love it. So it'd be awesome if there was a new one that I could jam on the Switch.
Ooh, Battlefield 6 images allegedly leaked ahead of official reveal.
I heard that should be coming soon. I saw on the subreddit that announcement should be coming very soon. I'm intrigued. I knew it. It's all Game Boy. Sword and Shield. Okay. Nintendo or Pokemon Sword and Shield for the Switch is supposed to be pretty good. But the rest of these are literally all for Game Boy. I mean, it's a Game Boy.
It's a mobile thing.
Game Boy first. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, then. I'll have to check it out.
Interesting. So I'm going through all these Battlefields because with the new one right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
IGN has like a kind of a recap of all the Battlefields and what their rankings were.
Oh, okay.
And Battlefield 4 was 8.5, which I've talked to people that started with Battlefield 3 and Bad Company that are like, dude, those games were pinnacle. That they're still like Battlefield 4 is probably the best one though.
Yeah. Once they fixed everything, yeah, it really is.
Yeah. And then I walked into Battlefield 1 and they ranked it 9. That's probably historically one of the worst ones.
Worst as far as like gameplay, or we just didn't like it that much?
I think both. Because it was choppy. Battlefield 5 I felt like a better version of that, and they only gave Battlefield 5 7.5. Yeah, whatever. It's crazy. Again, we're just replaying the same goddamn games. It's all the same shit.
I'm gonna go into a war with a gun and I'm gonna shoot.
There's gonna be enemies.
New game. No one's ever thought of it before.
Get this. Man. There's a war. In the stars.
Yeah. I think I'm just so balls deep in Marvel right now. That's my main thing at the moment until I rewatch the whole shebang. And then I'll probably flip back into... I actually think I might jump all the way into Lord of the Rings. I might go all the way back to fantasy stuff.
Ooh.
And give that another either a watch through or a read through. I can't decide.
Game of Thrones.
Not yet.
That's
Not
so
quite
heavy.
yet. I just finished that one like last August or something. When did I finish Game of Thrones? October? October?
For the first time?
Well, I hadn't read book 4 or 5 before. So yes, I finished book 4 and 5 this last read through. And it was it was fucking wonderful. It was absolutely fantastic. Even though I knew some of the plot from the show, I was still like honestly surprised in many places. And all the stuff that wasn't in the show obviously was a good treat. There's just so much more in the book. So just sitting here waiting for book 6, twiddling my thumbs. It's been 10 years.
You know what I did do after one of the recent shows that we recorded was we were talking about Kylo Ren and that miniseries.
Yeah.
I looked online and I actually did buy the entire series digitally.
Hell yeah.
So I'm going to go back through and
Hell yeah.
ramble through that. That'll probably be on my short list because unfortunately I'm just not that into High Republic.
That's a bummer, man. It's a real bummer.
It is, and it's, the setting and everything's cool, but I don't know if it's the way they wrote it or if it truly is the first book is just setting up the setting. This is what's going on. This is what the Republic looks like.
Probably.
Which in that case is fine, but the book's not that fun, I guess. I don't know. There's no epic shit. There's a disaster and they get through it, and now, it's like weird. Again, and then there's no like main characters. It's kind of a weird book. That's all.
Right.
I don't want to turn people off on it, but whatever. Read it if you want, man. Something different, something new.
Read it if you feel like it. Listen to the show if you want. I won't say yes or no. Yeah, I need to dig out those Kylo Ren issues that I have and see if I do have all 4. I can't remember if I have the whole thing or not. But he's one of my favorites, man. He really is. Acting, performance, background, look, storyline, redemption, all around. One of my faves.
Man.
Well done.
Rathtars.
That's where they really started going wrong. That's where everything started going downhill.
Do you feel like they added a lot to Han's character during episode 7? Be honest, it's nice to see him, but
I wouldn't say they added a lot. I feel like he was a physical insight for Rey, if that makes sense.
or for Finn.
Like he was giving us, well, he was definitely bridging between like old era and new era for sure.
Yeah.
But I think as a character, especially having seen Solo now, like we were getting a lot of Han's personality traits like from Rey. Like a lot of that was coming out and he was noticing it. And yeah, I wouldn't say they added a lot though.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a dad now,
you put it well, he's just kind of a bridging character.
And not in a bad way at all.
No, it was pretty smooth. You know,
Don't even start.
it's fine. It
Don't even
really
start.
was fine. I do want to watch the sequels one after another. I'm not even sure I've done that. Is watch 7, 8, 9.
Really?
Don't really mean you haven't either.
I watched 7 and 8 right before we saw 9 premiere.
See? Exactly what I'm
Absolutely.
talking about. You've never done it.
Absolutely. I do it all the time. I did it this morning.
I watched them all this morning.
I was hoping, we talked a little bit about Last Jedi last week and how there was so much we didn't remember. I was hoping to watch it before this episode, but I just been on a Marvel zone, so it didn't happen. Didn't pan out. My daughter and I have been rewatching the whole MCU, so I'm not changing tone until it's done. I got to blast through because I'm worried because like you said, you're a little burnt out about Marvel. You had to wait for Falcon and Winter Soldier. I do get burnt out on things, so I'm just worried that if I like take too long of a pause, I'm not going to make it to the end. And if I don't see Infinity War and Endgame, I'm going to be pissed. So I'm blazing through. I wonder what one I'll watch tonight. What's next on the list? What comes after Black Panther? I just watched Doctor Strange and then Black Panther.
Did you watch Ant-Man?
Did? Yep. That was before Civil War. Yeah.
Ant-Man 2, right?
Not yet. I think it's Guardians 2 is next. I'll have to
I
check.
don't think I've ever watched that all the way through. I saw that his dad was a planet, and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, that was a stretch, man. So much about it. Like, the first Guardians is absolutely fantastic. And there's so much about this Volume 2 that is similar. Like, the vibe between the characters and everything, comedy is all still great. It was just, the whole planet killing, or the whole planet. He's a planet. There was just a little too much. They should have saved that for, like, Volume 3, maybe. Like,
We're doing fine.
We dove into space and all these different species and everything, and I just think we could have went one level up. Speaking of James Gunn, when does that Suicide Squad movie come out?
I don't know.
I
Black
keep
Panther.
forgetting about that.
The next one you got is Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Oh, hell yes. Very nice.
And honestly, you missed Volume 2, Guardians.
It was before Black Panther?
It's before Civil War, Ant-Man, and Avengers: Ultron.
Oh, you're looking at chronologically, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going in release order.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Gotcha.
I do remember that about the chronological, because I also haven't watched Captain Marvel yet, so I've just been doing release order.
Oh, yeah. Captain Marvel's officially number 2.
Yep. 90s.
Wow.
Indeed. I wonder where Black Widow's going to fit.
I might have to do this. Because this says
We're going to do this.
Captain America, Captain Marvel, then the first Iron Man.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. Ooh, the Incredible Hulk. That's MCU?
Technically.
Did you watch that one?
Yes. Not in this run through. No.
Yeah.
I have in the past. It's not that great.
Hmm.
It's kind of the black sheep of the MCU. It's like, we don't talk about that one.
Is that the one with Edward Norton?
Edward Norton, yeah. They did carry over the general, though. I can't remember his name, but he was in Civil War. He's the one that's trying to draft the Sokovia Accords. He's from the Incredible Hulk, so they've carried him over, but no one else.
I do have a random question. Who's the blonde chick in Falcon and Winter Soldier that helps him out in that?
That's Sharon Carter. That's Agent Carter's niece or granddaughter.
Agent Carter's niece.
Agent Carter, that's Captain America's girlfriend. Kind of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sharon Carter. So in
Wife.
Winter Soldier.
Doesn't he wife her up? That's how he leaves.
Oh, yes. Duh. Sorry.
Yeah.
Which makes it weird that they kissed in Civil War. But anyway, Sharon Carter was stationed to watch him in Winter Soldier when he was in that apartment. And, helps him out a little bit in Civil War. And then, obviously, is in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Indeed.
Agent Carter. Carter!
Yeah. Lee, Carter! All right, so keep watching Falcon. I'm excited. Excited for you to get through it. Sorry, I just hit my camera again. God damn.
Were you ranking out of 10? How did you feel after finishing that series?
I would say I'm gonna go with our 3 system because I like that better. I'm gonna say 2.
Yeah, of course.
It's a 2. Yeah. Like I said,
What'd you give Wanda?
I would say that's a 3.
Oh, okay. So
I don't know if we. I don't know.
I'm kidding. I just wanted to see the disdain on Commander's face. I should just not watch it. Oh God!
I hope you got what you wished for. Oh man. No, you should definitely finish it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's got my attention. It's it's fine. It's dark. I like that.
I don't know if we ranked Wanda back in the day, but yeah, it's so unique. It's unlike nothing else. Falcon and Winter Soldier is really good. It's just it feels like Winter Soldier or Civil War broken up and a little bit lower stakes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which isn't, like I said, it's not a bad thing. I mean, I know it's a series versus a movie, but
lower stakes are not a bad thing to me. It really isn't. If there's turmoil is turmoil.
Yeah.
Like if you're dealing with something, you can be a superhero or just an average Joe. Average Joes. It doesn't matter. It's overcoming the odds. It's making it happen. That's the whole purpose of writing a story.
Yeah.
It's very simple. So the odds don't have to be fucking world ending,
End world.
It's
Is
the
end
end
world a
world.
thing? Is that that's from Mortal Kombat? I think, isn't it? End world.
End world. I think
Outworld
it's
and End
the name of
World.
the podcast now. Welcome to End World.
Welcome to End World, the official Marvel Star Wars podcast, the official Mortal Kombat podcast.
Doctor Strangeling. What the fuck just happened?
Doctor Strange is amazing.
You just watched it, didn't you?
I did. It's so great, and
It
Black
held up?
Panther was so great. It was so fantastic.
You said they redid Black Panther's intro to make it all Chadwick.
Yes, I assume they did the little prologue where they tell the story of Wakanda, and then when it went to the Marvel Studios intro, it was all purple instead of red, and all the clips were of Chadwick Boseman, and it was very emotional.
Yeah, that's cool that they did.
Because I wasn't expecting it at all. I looked up and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I totally forgot." Man.
How did you feel about the Thor movie? So I'm looking back at this
Which
viewing
one?
order. The first one.
Oh, the first Thor is goofy, man.
Are you saying there's Thor movies that aren't goofy?
So Ragnarok is,
Ragnarok's fine.
I would say it's eccentric. Ragnarok feels like a lot like Guardians of the Galaxy to me. So it feels more eccentric and like goofy.
Is it the same people? Is that Gunn? That did
No, that's Taika Waititi.
Oh, really? I
Is
wouldn't.
Ragnarok,
I thought
yeah.
I would have thought better of him.
What? Get out.
Yeah, I would have thought because that feels very James Gunny. Like,
You may need to give it a rewatch.
okay. Well, I
Maybe
just
it's
know
been a
that
while.
Jeff Goldblum's in it, and it's like, what the? Okay.
Yeah. And it.
Big fan of him.
Oh, I love him.
I don't.
He's one of my
I don't.
favorites.
I don't hate him. It's just one of those things. Like, he has to be in a certain film. Like, obviously, Jurassic Park is probably the biggest thing that he's known for, but he fits so well in that.
Yeah.
I feel like Thor Ragnarok. It's like, we'll just put Goldblum.
No, that's the perfect character for him too, though. Grandmaster. It's awesome.
Yeah, I guess.
But the first, they were trying to feel it out. Like the first Thor is goofy.
Yeah.
Like he's got eyeliner on, and it's like so medieval, and he's doing, and maybe that's okay because it's part of his character arc, though.
Yeah.
Like he does start like that. He's idealistic, and he's like, I'm bred to be the king, and I'm the strongest, and I'm Thor, and we go out and we kill people, and Asgard is the best, and blah blah blah. So it's a little silly, but whatever. They found their footing. It's all good.
Hmm.
And Thor 2 is, it's okay.
I don't think I've ever even seen Thor 2.
It's just not the best. It felt like a forced plot to get one of the Infinity Stones into the overall story thread. So
Which one is in that one?
the red one.
Reality.
I can't remember the names of which, but it's called the
Re-
Ether first. And then it's the red one. So, it's like the bad guy's like a dark elf. It's like, okay. I don't know. The Thor lore is a little
Man, I tell you
strange.
what. If there was one stone to rule them all, it'd be goddamn reality.
not time.
No! You could change the time any day, any time. I'm changing reality as soon as you do it again. Like, fuck you.
All right, I can dig it. I forget all of them actually.
One
Let's
stone to rule them all.
Let's end this by
Trying to-
reviewing all.
Let me guess them all.
6.
Let me guess them all.
Okay.
I'm good. This is going to be terrible because I have no idea. Reality stones is the red one, I believe.
Okay.
Green is time.
Oh wait, hang on. I need to actually get to the link so I can confirm these for you. Dude.
Yeah, I can only name like 3 of them. Four of them. How many are there? 6?
There are 6. Okay. All right.
Got it up?
Go ahead. Yep.
Okay. So there's the soul stone. That's the purple one. I make it the color.
It's not purple.
Oh, it's not.
No.
Yeah. Wait. Soul stone's not purple?
No, it's not.
What is the purple one?
Purple one is power.
Oh, that's dumb. What is the what?
Soulstone's orange.
Okay, I'm just gonna ramble through this then, because I obviously don't know the colors that are associated. So I wouldn't have got power. I didn't know power was one of them. So power, soul stone, reality, time.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one on Vision's fucking forehead?
Yellow.
Yeah, I know that, but
Think.
think stone. Thank you.
The Thought Stone. Brain Stone.
What is it?
The Mind Stone.
Mind,
And the last
Mind?
one is the blue one.
which is
The
ammo.
Tesseract, which
Oh.
is ammo, which is refill. Space Stone.
That's dumb too.
I knew all the colors. I just didn't remember which one was associated with which.
I tell you what, man. You just need two of them, time and reality, and then you rule them all. Fuck the rest of it. You can be as smart as you want with the Mind Stone over there in the corner. In my reality, you're an idiot. So blip, you're done.
Yeah, I wonder. I feel like that one's harder to control, though. You know, it's like
The
the dark
reality
side.
one.
Yeah, it's like the dark side.
It's fine with me.
It's like, yeah, it's stronger, but at what cost? All right. Well, that was a fun recap. It's interesting knowing how it ends. Seeing
Oh, there's the
stones
wishing stone too.
pop back up. Stop. Stop it. Anyways. All right. Well, that's it, everybody. Another episode of the Bad Motivator. Good day, Galaxy.
Yeah, we're gonna be launching. I am under the assumption this is a general question. Are we gonna keep Rogue Squad merch up for the douchers for a little while?
It's vintage now. Rogue Squadron logo is vintage.
It's true.
Save it, put it in a safe. When your kids go to college, you can pay for their tuition with Rogue Squadron merchandise.
Blastoise cards and Rogue Squadron merch. That's what you're gonna get through life with.
All you need. No, honestly, like all of our merch stuff is made and printed and shipped on demand. So like, there's no harm keeping the Rogue Squadron logo up if you shitters want that. But just wait until you see the new stuff because you're gonna like it better. I promise.
Yeah.
This one will be way cool.
Yeah.
You're gonna last one.
We're excited. We're excited. Do you want to bring up Blinks? Its unofficial name for Mr. Blinks here. But.
Oh yeah, the most exciting part about the rebrand is that we have a mascot now. If you're listening to this, you're seeing it. You're looking at it right now. You clicked on it when you did the thing. And if you're streaming with us right now, you can't. This is just a sneak peek. So, no, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. You'll see it on socials. You'll see it on the podcast feed once everything's up to date. But we'll wait on that one until May 4th.
So we'll be kind of hinting and dropping, and just keep an eye out. We've got some new stuff coming out. So.
Yes.
That's it. Uncle Owen.
Luke.
This is the worst ending I've ever had in my entire life. This show sucks.
Let's redo it. We can fix it. We can
No.
rebuild it.
I would rather be real shitbags than fake perfects.
Fake perfects. Let's rename the show to Fake. Okay, I'm done.